Hello, welcome to Fishing Squad. We're just down on a husk mark, having a go. We're here about low tide. Got Martin with me. We had to go earlier for some mackerel, but we struggled like mad. We've had stormy conditions. The water clarity is just really poor due to the stormy conditions. It's churned everything up. It's like pea soup. So we had to go earlier on a well-known mackerel spot round here. We had about 40 casts a piece, maybe. You just know, confidence super low. The mackerel seems to have thinned out a little bit over the last couple of weeks, a few weeks sort of thing. On the tides I've happened to fish. I don't believe that it's anything too serious, but we need some settled weather, I think. We'll have a go elsewhere tomorrow for some. But tonight, like I say, we're fishing for huss or whatever's out there basically initially. I think we've got a good chance of some huss. So I've got on one rod I've got a dongle rig, on the other rod I've got a pennel. I'll just show you. I've been pre-baiting rigs because I'm fishing fairly cleanish ground. It's just a basic strong pulley rig that I use. It's got Gemini splashdown 9-ounce lead on one end for this particular. I've got pennel pulley bead, pulley swivel. Trapped between two beads. Shortish snood, 10-0 circle on the back, 6-0 tamers on the bottom. I think that's £100. Cheapo wire. Got mackerel, squid, half a joey mackerel with a bit of squid attached to it. That's what I've got on one rod. On the other rod, we've got some fairly scuzzy-ish. This is frozen mackerel, by the way. That there's what we bought from the DIY shop at Nethin. Just a bit of shout out for the shop. And then on this rig, it's a dongle, 10 okie circle, snelled on with a knotless knot. This mackerel on here is something that I've caught previously. It's been out of the freezer a few times. 12 inches of wire, 4-foot rig body. That happens to be £130 wire. 4-foot rig body, £200 mono. Again, same setup, bead, swivel bead, pulley bit. 7-ounce lead on this because it's a slightly smaller bait. Cast it a bit further. So I'm going to try and stick to that setup. If I drop any else on the dongle, I'll just put pennels on both. I am sort of secretly hoping that a tote randomly shows, but I don't think it will do. We'll have a go though. The sea's really churned, the bottom's really churned up, so I think it should fish all right tonight. We're about low tide-ish, I think. We've got big tides with a bit of wind behind it, so we might have to drop onto just go up onto the top ledge. We'll see. I'll show you the mark actually. Then I'm going to rebait my rod. So I'll just give you a quick tour of the mark. Then I'm going to put some fresh baits on. I've got on my end of my shock lead, I've got one of them Gemini, one of these for snoods, I think usually, but I think I've lost a couple actually. For snoods, but I'm using them just for fast changing my rigs, so that's why I pre-bait my rigs. Lost a couple. Is there 1, 2? There's only 5. There should be 10 in that. Okay, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Oh well. So, just quick fishing, one off, one on, straight away, no problem, no messing about. I'll give you a quick talk, Mark. It's my rods there. I don't know if you can see on camera, but the water's fairly churned up. Martin's there. Wait for camera, Martin. We'll have a bit more enthusiasm. Both fishing similar methods. Actually, Martin's had a bite and he reeled in his snoot and his rig body been chomped in too. We think it might have been a spider crab. We don't think it were anything fishy, but you never know, do you? He had a bite and just struck at nothing. His rig had parted. See what happens. Got a strong wind coming from that direction along this side here. It's bringing swell along here. So we'll see, comes with being a big tide, we may have to get up on there. We might be already. It is decreasing the wind. It's not gale force or anything. We should get on a decent mark tomorrow, so we'll see what what happens. I'm not very confident about mackerel this weekend at all. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a slow start. I think once this sea picks up to come in a bit, we should start picking something up. Nice brew. It's the best thing about going fishing with a carp angler. I'm going to say so-called carp angler then. Oh, here's a genuine carp angler. He's brought his stove. So, no better than having a brew. Nice warm brew or a pot noodle when it's elements are hammering in. We have had a couple of beers like this afternoon in the pub. I might put a bit of review on them. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I've got a couple of pictures of what we've had to drink. If we go back tomorrow and have another one, I might video it, like, you know, drinking it a bit. We'll see. Lago. Let's hope that this video is dominated by fishing, not drinking beer. Fingers crossed. Cheeky little third rod out to the side with two flapper rig on, because things are a little bit slow to start with. Pentidal, Abu 7000 on it, £80 breed. So squid on side, 6 hooks. Well, we've had to retreat onto the upper ledge. Quite a big swell coming in with this big tide and a little bit of wind behind it. A residual swell from the storm that we had during last night. We're going to stick at it though for a bit, I think. It's tough conditions. The wind is supposed to decrease as the night goes on, but it's very dead. I've brought the flopper rod in now. It's just too much hard work trying to keep 3 rods in the water and we've got conditions against us. So we'll keep at it, guys, and see what happens. There might be a few beer reviews in this if we don't get any fish. Eighth here. I've just lost a huss. Well, I went down to land a huss for Martin and it's come off its swell. A bit gutted for him, to be honest. He's absolutely cursing me, but there's no what I could do. I'll let him have me on net duty next time. I've had one on and it's I got it moving, but it got snagged in something, I think. I got snapped off. Unfortunately. But at least they're coming up feed. We've had a couple of other bites and I think we'll huss as well. So I've put rotten bottoms on. Sometimes you have to fish with rotten bottoms on here, but when the tide picks up on a big tide and there's a little bit of current, it is advisable too. You can get away with it sometimes, but I've just basically cost myself a fish, but not too worried. It's whipping round now. We've got a big tide, I think it's like on the Liverpool Labour tide table, it's like 9 point something metres, which is quite big for here. Looking at this left-hand rod, a bit of interest. We'll see anyway, we'll keep at it, see what happens. Obviously, a bit of adrenaline pumping now, so hopefully a few fish start showing. It's just got a small conger. Yeah, I've had a conger before. I've even caught a conger before. Oh, watch it. Nice one, mate. Just made a mess of your rig, has it? I've even got some other gear tackle on it, haven't you? It's come back with some tackle on it, is it seaweed? Seaweed. Yeah. Nice one, pal. Got a picture with it around well. No. It's got a doggy. You can see it. Nice one, Martin. Mine's got us here, coming at 12.3. There's a lovely male us. I'm going to put him back. Managed to land him in swell. It was really difficult, right, but we did it. You alright? Yeah. Got away that bag, haven't we? Yeah, that's it. If you just try and get as close as you can, you might have to just put washed up there. That's good. Nice one, mate. I'm made up for you with that. Get on. Nice one, pal. I'm better redeem myself. Yeah. It's over the strap. Just bringing it up now. There it is. Get it up, get it put back. Nice one, Martin. Let's top it off. The rain has come. Last baits are out. Just packing a few bits down. Martin's already brought one rod in. I'll bring one in a minute. Leave one out. Just make things just a gradual pack away. I just got another huss. The idea that we based it on with a pupil in its eye. It's probably about £2, but it's a lovely little creature. Got some wicked markings on it underneath of it and stuff. Look, its teeth are a giveaway as well, man. Look at its teeth. Yeah. They're a bit sharper than a. I think huss must have nails or flaps. Dogfish don't. I always use the eye, but its eyes are quite black, but you can see pupil in it. So we'll get it put back. Nice one. You've had a right session, haven't you, really? Right, so we've just been doing a bit of mackerel fishing. It's the morning, well, the afternoon after last night when Martin absolutely cleared up on the huss mark. We've come down onto a mark and it's absolutely cloudy as hell, the water. 2 casts in and we're getting mackerel straight away. So we're quite happy about that. We're going to move on to the huss mark and do an all-nighter on the huss mark, I think. We've got massive tides. The mark one at the minute, it's really difficult to fish on these big tides, just like a whirlpool. I think the mark where we fish for huss will be better served because it's a big tide. I think if you're going to get a taupe on there, it'll be on big tides. You can hold bottom, fish through tides, you don't lose much gear. So we're happy, well away and happy if you like. So we'll just see how we get on, sort of thing. We had a stunning session yesterday. That huss, it come in at 12.3, including the bag we weighed it in. We weighed it after £11.11 approximately. Cracker of a huss. Really difficult to land in a big swell. We've had about 9 mackerel out today so far. We may go still buy some, so we've got enough for bait. We'll see how we get on. So we're going to give about another hour on here, then we're going to get off, I think. So we'll be back on the huss mark in a bit. Got some fancy young bullocks. Got some fancy young bulls that fancy the chances. They're just inquisitive. Inquisitive, but they're following us. We ain't got enough rods for you guys. We ain't got enough rods. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey? Right, we're down on the huss mark. Martin's just flicking feathers about because there's been a few shoals of mackerel breaking. And I think he's had half a dozen pollock and 2 mackerel. He's banging them out. Got a lovely rainbow here. This rain's going to fizzle out. Got a lovely still evening as well. It's absolutely beautiful down here. He's got 1 big bait out. I've got 2. You on again? Good lad. Keep him coming. Bring him in, Martin, my son. Get that bait nailed for tomorrow. It's shallow as out, I fear. I'm not kidding you. It's about 8 foot deep, isn't it, something like that? Have you got pollock or mackerel? Pollock, 2 pollock. Get on. We'll have them as well. Yeah? Yeah. Good lad. He's hammering them out, boys. He's banging them out. Is it Mackie or Polly? Oh, it dropped off. Banging them out, banging them out. Keep at it, son. Keep that bait coming in. Well, you got foul. It's foul looked, isn't it? Oh, you got 2 though, have you? Oh, it's foul looked. Pollock in it and it's up to its side. Oh, you've got 2. Get in. Nice one, mate. Them us will be eating them, won't they? No problem. Let's just here, look. Well, we've got pollock. It's had 2 mackerel and a good half dozen. pollock. Start putting them back if you want. We've got half a dozen for some, just to top bait up. Nice one, mate. Mackerel, 3 at a time. Chuck, put them in that hole there. They'll do there. Nice one. The nice ones, them, aren't they, pal? There's just everything's just kicking off in front of us, guys. We've got bait fish all over the place. Like small mackerel, small sand eel, a small pollock, and then underneath them, smashing into them, is these guys. Banging a pollock out. We'll probably put that one back. So it's just alive. We've just had some lightning as well, haven't we? Nice one. Keep at it, son. Keep that real. Sorry, you'll have to just bear with me. Lighting's not very good at the moment. Yeah, that's probably one of the highlights of the year so far, just seeing that kick off for a spell. I think the lights just killed it, or they've moved on, but super positive. Yeah, you get his bite. Martin's just getting a bite on his big bait. Fucking hell, sorry, we've just had a bit of lightning on the horizon. Hopefully it moves on. It's fair distance away, that, isn't it? Until you pick carbon fibre rod up. You end up over there somewhere. You end up back up at bungalow. Yeah, I'll not bore you anymore with this section of the video because it's a bit fuzzy with lighting, but it's just getting dark, so I've just put a fresh bait on one. I'm going to just put a fresh bait on another. It was so exciting that it was good to film, good to be part of it. We only had like a set of feathers between two of us, so Martin was setting up his second rod, so he's took command of that and he smashed it. It's all about having fun, isn't it, when that happens? So see if he's got some. It doesn't look like there's anything on it. It looks like a. Where are they? Typical. Where are they? All right. Mackerel might be back. Don't that rod? Hey? Hey. Let's fish on big baits. Martin's into a doggy. Nice one, pal. My rod's over there. Martin's only got one out of a minute, just had that doggy. Just thought I got a small strap. Martin's got a decent fish on, but he's found a snag somewhere. Get this put back and hopefully we'll get Martin's fishing. Fingers crossed. Just having a bit of tea. Curry pot noodle. Martin's got his stove down. Win-win. I'm going to have a brew as well. Joey's a fishing weir carp fisherman. Right guys, it's been a bit of a slow session this. A lot of time's gone past. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning now. The last section of the video was about 11ish. So past high tide just. And yeah, it's been quiet. I don't know if I mentioned on camera, Martin did drop a horse. But not a lot else has happened since I had that conger. Keep going though. Right, good morning. Rods are slow. It's been a quiet night. I think Martin's had a conger. That's all we've had through the night. Another strap. We had some crappy little bites. I think there's straps. Not a lot else has happened, unfortunately. Just breaking door. Put some big baits on both rods, pretty much. Dongle on one, pennel on the other. See if dawn can be key to anything. I don't think it will be. The sea's ebbing out now. There's a storm imminent today. We'll be back up at the cottage by the time that hits us. The winds are starting to pick up. But we'll give it a good go. We'll probably be back down here tonight. The wind's going to ease slightly towards the evening. It's going to be 40 mile an hour for most of the day. We'll see how we get on. Not many fish in this video. Not many fish for me in this video anyway. Last two bait ups. Just going to fire that one out now. And we'll put that one on the other rod. Fingers crossed for a taupe. I don't think it'll happen. We'll keep trying. Right then guys, just got back in. Tough session that. Fantastic start with the mackerel that turned up in front of us. We only had one set of feathers between us, so Martin cracked on with them. And really productive. It was entertaining actually as well. I've had to watch him catch quite a few fish in this video so far. But I've really enjoyed it, I really have. Fair play, It's not a competition anyway, but we're absolutely bollocks at the minute. Just cooking some food. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to get to bed and then get back out and on it again. Storm fishing, got plenty of bait. We'll have a go last session tonight. There's not going to be any reviews in this video, I'm afraid. It's going to be long enough, so I think we'll focus the reviews on like shorter videos and stuff. There will be plenty coming though. Don't worry about that. I hope no one's too disappointed about that. So yeah, we'll try again tonight. What I noticed on the mark was the spider itch shock leader part's quite easy when pulling through kelp. I managed to tie a Bimini twist, and I'm getting my gear back every time. So we'll be using that tonight. I'd braid actually on one of my fixed spool reels tonight, £80 straight through. That did all right as well. When I got snagged up once, I pulled, and the fast change clip for putting rigs on and off actually snapped. So that shows how much pressure you can put on with braid. I might try a version of like a running ledger cross running paternoster for the huss tonight, or I might try a double dongle rig. It depends how rough it's going to be. I just think I need to try something else. I've tried shorter rigs tonight, and it only did me a conger. I don't know if I said in the video, I might have lost a huss on the surface. Had a doggy, a couple of doggies and a conger, I think. I had a conger, but I also had a fire. It was on fire at the start with the mackerel. It was lovely to see off that mark, the mackerel show off it, and yeah, I'm absolutely drained. Honestly, I'm beat up. I've been like a mountain goat for the last couple of days. So we've just asked to get some sleep, dust myself off or ourselves off, and we'll go again tonight. Hopefully, it'll be a productive session, and we'll both get off the mark with some fish. Well, some nice fish, hopefully some huss. I don't know if I think they like it when it's a bit rough sometimes. I've caught them in all conditions, but I do believe that they do like a bit of white water sometimes. But we'll see how we get on. Always confident that we'll get some. I've struggled a bit so far. I'm hoping Mr. Tope would show. I really want to try everything at first light. But hey ho, we'll keep at it, and hopefully I'll catch something tonight. Right, I'll see you at the mark. It's going to be all one video, this, guys. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it so far, should I say, and hopefully the last session's productive. Nice one. Right, just about to go storm fishing. See you at the mark. Right, down, giving it a go. My 2 rods there, mark. Rough conditions. Wind's supposed to be easy up a little bit, but at the minute I think it's got a little bit stronger since we've been down here. So we may end up top. We will see. It's a fairly biggish tide. It's starting to decrease now in size, so we'll see how we get on. Not bothering spinning for any mackerel today, it's too rough. We would do for it. We've still got loads of bait left as well. Right guys, well, not a lot's happening. The wind's eased up. Barely had any bites at all. Phone's not got much charge in it, so if not a lot happens, there'll not be much of a video on this session, should I say. But if all hell breaks loose, obviously we should have enough power to document it. Fingers crossed something happens. Just grabbed a doggy. Hopefully the fish are just coming on the feed, fingers crossed. Right, we are on the upper ledge. I've just dropped a huss. Not getting many bites. Got it on surface. The old Houdini. See you later. Toodle pit, Carl. It's not your weekend. I've got a double dongle rig now on one rod on that one, and a pennel rig on that one. Double dongle. Double conger. Nice one. Right guys, well that's it for this video. Last session we had was late Sunday night, going into early hours of Monday, come back on Monday, and it's now Tuesday, back to work tonight. I'm still absolutely wiped. Honestly, we put so much time into the fishing, in tough conditions for most of it, other than the one session where Martin got quite a few mackerel out on a mark where we don't usually. Well, Lincoln had one off there. We haven't really tried, but they were breaching out all over the place. It was quite spectacular to see. Overall, the fishing wasn't very spectacular. If you put in, I think Martin lost 3 us, and I lost possibly 1. Well, I lost 2, sorry, but possibly 2. I think I lost 1 in the session where Martin had 1. I couldn't get it moving for some reason, but yeah, we'll never know, 100%. If we put in all the huss that we did lose between us, it could potentially be 5 us that added to the tally. We had loads of strap congers, probably had about 8 between us. We had a few dogfish. I didn't catch a dogfish. I use really big hooks. Martin was using slightly smaller hooks, but he was using a really nice little rig with 2 nice little circle hooks on it, and it seemed to work really well. You know, the huss it was nailed into the corner of the mouth every time that he had. He had 2 us, didn't he? Sorry, he had 2 us. He had a smaller one and a big one, and he lost a couple as well. But he had to bulk his snoods up basically, because I think he got snapped off once, at least once, possibly twice. But there was swell on with one of them. You know, really hard to get in. So I think it was just getting washed up and down. Like the drop on the sea were like 10 or 12 foot, and it was just difficult. You know, I've got my friend here. I don't know if you can see him. Come on, up. He's here. The boy's here. All right, he's missed me. Soft sod. Yeah, so it was quite tough conditions on that session, which could have probably resulted in losing him. One of the ones I lost on the surface, my rig had tangled up my pulley rig. So when I've pulled, there was probably not enough pull, if you like, against the lead to drive the hook home. It's not the first time that's happened. I've been using 2600 Shaughnessy's purely for thinking taupe. But I've got a rig that I can do for huss that nails them all the time. You never lose any. Well, should I say, your hookup rate. I haven't lost any on this rig that I've used yet. Right? It's like using a big J hook at the back and a small circle at the bottom. But you just seem to struggle on there to get them on dongles. Whereas if you fish the deeper mark that we fish when it's calmer, I don't know if it's something to do with tide run. And when they pick the bait up, they go at tide and it manages to pull circle around into the mouth or something. I don't know. But you just struggle on dongles to get them off there. I can recall 2, but it's a fantastic mark. We hammered it. We're hoping for taupe, but we're just enjoying it. You know, we had a really comfortable night Saturday night. I advise anyone to take a stove down with you and a kettle and stuff, and as long as you're tidy up, it don't matter, does it? You know, it's about making it comfortable for you. Isn't it? I know it's extra stuff to take down, extra rubbish to take off with you and stuff, but it is worth it. We had pot noodles, we had loads of cups of tea. Every time I turned round, Martin's from a carp fishing background. They like to fish really comfortably, don't they? Because they're usually camping down there wherever they're fishing. So he's like, just made my session miles more comfortable. You want to stay out when you can get a hot drink and stuff and something warm to eat, don't you? You know, yeah, I really enjoyed that weekend. But if you put the same amount of commitment in to another weekend with better weather conditions, you'll bag up, won't you? You know, it's just one of them things. I think highlight for me was just that double hookup of congers, the last section on the double dongle rig. I've never had a double hookup of anything on that, so I'm quite happy with that. But you know, we're still chasing Mr. Taupe. I haven't had one yet this year. I've had 1 run. Usually my marks switch on going into autumn for it, but you do have a chance of getting them in earlier in the year. But statistically, I fished the mark that I fished, the deep mark I fished like since I was about 4 years old. I'm 40 years old starting next year. And it hasn't been, in the last sort of 5 years, I've had a few taupe earlier in the year, but the main time really for me is autumn. So yeah, it's not like taupe fishing is just, for me, I've just dipped my toe in so far. I'm going to absolutely batter it now until the end of the year. So keep an eye on the channel. I fell well behind in the species on Tommy Joe's species, and I'm sorry lads. I'm chasing them dreams. But we may get a few sessions in fishing for smaller stuff at some point. See, I had my family holiday disrupted because my lads had an operation. I had to cancel the family holiday basically, where I'd have been down there for like 10 days, and I was determined to catch up on species. But because now I'm having to do just short breaks with like friends or whatever at the moment, while my son's um, out of action, if you like. Um, I'm focusing on big fish because I don't know if I'll get another opportunity. You know what I mean? Before I end it year, so yeah, it's a shame. I should really have tried harder with species, I think, but I'll still get a couple more species out before I end it year. But I think I'm just going to be completely tailed off. I think it's gone that basically. But we'll try. So yeah, no beer reviews in this one. It was quite a long video. If the videos are short, I might put. I will carry on doing them. Don't get me wrong. I'll recommend the beers in the local pub. We had a couple of pints in the Tinewid that faces the Tinewid Hotel that faces the beach. You know, that overlooks the beach. Beautiful place. It's absolute paradise sitting on that balcony with a pint or whatever. We tried a beer called Largo. It's a local lager pilsner, I think it is, brewed in Nevin. It's sold in quite a few pubs. You can get it in the Ship Hotel as well, just across the road. We tried a pint of Freedom, I think it was called. It came in a real nice glass. It was really heavy, but it was a really nice lager. I think that's brewed in Rugeley in the Midlands. So yeah, they're two beers well worth checking out. I'm not going to do any extensive review on them until I'm do a focus section of a video on it. But I'm just saying there, I'd recommend them. Largo's a bit. You can tell it's got like a real ale taste. Do you like real ale taste that you can get in some beers? It's a bit like that, but obviously it's a lager type thing. Whereas the Freedom was more palatable, if you like, in terms of like if you like Foster's and Carling. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. Long rundown. Not many fish caught. The mackerel was played ball a lot better than I anticipated, given the cloudy water. Happy still. Keep going. Keep trying. Keep chucking them big baits out. And I'll see you in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've loved it. So I know Martin's loved it as well. So next video about in a couple of weeks. Anyway, just put your comments in. Anything that you think we could do better or worse. I'll just point something out when we're mackerel fishing. I know it don't look good on camera when they're flapping about in rock pools, but I do dispatch them. I just don't do it on camera. Obviously, if Martin's busy, I like him to just get them unhooked, throw them up rocks, and I'll sort them out. Obviously, I'm not going to do it on camera, right? Because I know some people comment on stuff like that. Right? Other than that, right, keep safe. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. See you later.